should only probably be one person. Yeah. We don't want a bunch of people getting stoned over here. I'll pick it up.
Stand in that straight line.
Welcome.
Alright, now everyone stack up at the stairs.
Bosses one to good for.
Let's be in a straighter line.
Where there's a rain of swords.
Off tank stoned. We got him. Good. We good.
Sorry, give me a second here.
Oh, I could unmute. That helps. Jumping.
Alright, everyone stay right where you are. Make sure we're staying in that straight line.
Hello?
Alright. Come back.
Dixie, you get the one on the right.
By 100 cuts.
You should be focusing the flame people.
Hello?
Here we go.
There's quite a few people down, which is going to put us in line. What did I do? No!
Jumping.
Just got removed from stance.
I know. I don't even know how this happened. Everyone wipe it out.
Oh, she's out of the group. What?
I don't know. I am really sorry.
What the heck
Let me see if I can. I have no idea. Alright. Wipe it out. Because I really don't know what
Battle was
happened.
over before the sword left.
Okay,
its
are you
sheath.
back in here?
Sure.
I'm traveling. But I wonder if we're going to be able to be on the warrior now, because if we disbanded group, then we need to do everything again.
Yeah,
should
we're all still
have.
here.
Yeah, we're all still
Everybody
in
else
the
is
instant.
still in the trial.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
I was removed, so I'm traveling back in again.
That's really strange.
Okay, I DC'd last week and still
What
can't
in
get
the
back to
world? That
last
is the
room.
weirdest thing.
Okay, I got the portal, so I suppose it's...
As DPS, we're focusing ads when they're out, right?
Yes.
Okay, we should be. Alright, just checking.
The ads get weird because they start getting all over the place and then things start getting crazy. So, you know, we want to try to get them down, but we also still want to stay very aware of where we're standing.
Yeah, we need to stay in our position, but we do have to focus them down.
Yeah. We'll get them down, and then Weeeaal usually holds the gargoyles away far enough where they don't, I don't know. Those things are funky tonight.
Well,
Smack the crap
like
out of
I said,
me.
It sucks because I have to hold it close enough to try to get it in cleave, but at the same time far enough away to not hit anybody or Helios and still somehow be in line with somebody. So,
I know.
shield throw. And, yeah.
It's a pain. Okay,
But in reality,
Yeah.
yes, Flame Shapers, Gargoyle need to get focused when they're out. We don't need to be on boss.
but at the same time,
Stack-
it's trying to find the Huh?
Can you stack those gargoyles on the platform behind the boss?
That's
We're all
yes.
alive still.
And when I do that, I do spam Polar Wind for Helios because it does heal him if I'm close enough to him. But
The only thing with that makes it difficult is that the flame shapers, you can't grab everything, so
I mean, I can. I just have to like overrange it to get it where I want it.
okay.
But at the same time, that can totally mess up everything else. So I gotta kind of
Right.
stay within some boundaries.
So as long as the flame shapers are getting interrupted, I think we need to the gargoyles do the most damage, but we can get overwhelmed with the flame shapers really easily. So, and they have less health. So, like if there's like multiple flame shapers up, let's get them down, and then focus gargoyles and boss. But it should be flame shapers, gargoyles, boss. Yes, does that sound right?
Yeah, flame shapers are harder to handle.
Yeah.
So.
We don't want to get overwhelmed with them. Alright, on you.
The Shahai of a first-rank Onsei sank Yakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
I got 1. 3, 2, 1.
Everyone run away. Alright, let's make sure we're in a line and not stacked.
I'm gonna do like a war horn.
Alright, we got one statue down. Let's move to the
Look
next.
upon the blade and tremble.
Shit, that's meant.
I'm just down in front.
You're not here in a second.
Nope, go to Helios.
It just means you're gonna get the odds faster when you get to the middle.
Colossus.
Thousand cuts like whispers in the wind.
Wow, it's really... Oh
The healing cloud parts.
no. Jumping. Okay, so he did not break this set.
Feel it down.
Let's wipe it out. He didn't break that third set. I didn't like it. Sorry.
Oh. Oh, I was muted again the whole time. Dadgummit.
Thousand techniques.
So if we don't, he needs to at least break one statue from each set. If he doesn't do that, we're gonna have to wipe it out because it's just gonna become like a whole thing.
Yeah, it was the ads that pushed us out of group on that second set, so that's why the last one didn't, the one behind us didn't get broken. Because the shield got thrown off center because we got pushed.
In the second group, yeah.
Yeah.
In the third one, it just didn't take any of them out.
Yeah.
Well, he threw it at me and
He
then
threw it at Helios
jumped.
and then he jumped. Yeah.
He didn't throw a second time.
It was
weird.
bad RG.
He's an asshole.
He is.
That was a lot of damage there. We were at 84% by the time
Yeah.
he left the stack.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep that burn up. Helios on you.
I'm pulling in 3, 2.
The Shahai of a first-rank Onsei sank Yakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Are you kidding? Alright, let's see if we can... Yeah. Here, everyone run.
Do it.
Thousand cuts like whispers in the wind.
Yeah, well. Make sure we're stacked. Or
Roll
stand
out.
in the line.
They got pushed.
There we go, got it. Alright. Let's move. You are a...
Got a war horn?
Sure, roll out. Turn back then.
How's that doing, Alicia? Go ahead.
Thank you. Alright, everyone, straight line, straight line, straight line.
Off tank's done.
Yep, throw up.
We were stunned by the ads. There's nothing we could have done there.
Death by 100 cuts.
Alright, let's stack get reses.
Main tank's
Take
down.
everything.
Unmarvel, back
Tank's
up.
down, back
Load
up.
up. Load up. Load up.
Good.
Yeah,
If
when your
people
main
don't
tank
move-
is back up, you need to get out of the way now.
If people don't move, break it out. Break out anyways. Alright, I
Yeah,
can't
that's
get
you.
res on anyone.
We should be picking up from the stack.
Alright, we need to stack on ship. Everyone, over here. Over here.
Death by 100 cuts.
Oh, I didn't make the jump.
This is a weird one. We're gonna get pounded. Yep. Alright, my stuff.
Well, I didn't use my ulti because I figured we were about to wipe, or I would have survived that.
No, you're fine.
The sun rises.
No,
It's
like,
like-
that's...
There was so many of us down, I figured we were trying to get it. If we did, great. If we didn't, I didn't want to waste my ulti if we didn't.
Yeah. This is just, you know, it's just gonna... It usually takes a couple pulls to get everything together. And then once we get going with it, it's fine, but...
Yep.
Alright, when calls comes back to life, you can pull. Everyone here... Hold on. 2 seconds. Everyone here on this, in this line, let's back up just a little tiny bit. Just so, look at, like, 2 little boop doops. Make sure you're staying in a line, unless you're Stam. Alright, perfect. Alright, on you.
2 and 1.
Eye of a first-rank Onsei Senkyakura. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
Off tank's done.
Get over the process, sorry.
You're
How
good,
did we
you're
miss
good.
the back one?
Let's do it. Well, he's just,
I don't know,
think you
straight
were too
line.
close. I think you were too close together. Alright, there's a healer stone, so we're just gonna...
Look upon the blade and tremble.
Roll out.
Alright, did it get you, Salisbury?
Yeah, it did.
Stay in a straight line. But let's make sure we're kind of back off a little bit. Mag ups.
3, 2, 1.
Roll out.
In charge.
Okay, he only got 1. That's fine. Let's get in that straight line. Right in front of him.
Yeah, I think it was the angle he was standing.
Stay,
400.
The healing cloud parts.
Alright, jump in.
Hardens.
Did that break you out?
No, I'm still stoned.
Okay, I'm stoned too.
Roll out.
Perfect. Alright, come right back.
Weathers a rain of swords.
I've got a Colossus for him.
And stay together.
Roll out.
Did that get you?
Ads is it.
Stay in your stack and turn around and get this flame check down.
60 gets one on the right. I am, interrupter is stoned.
100 cuts.
The one behind you, Will.
I have the interrupt.
Roll out. Oh,
Get a res on
He is
Helios
down.
immediately.
ground pound at me.
Sword.
Remember, we're staying in a straight line. We're getting the flame shaper. We're staying stacked on Unmarvel, and someone's gagging. Losses. Roll out. Fine.
have the-
straight line jumping. Alright, there's a...
The flame shooter behind the boss is still up.
Alright.
Warden?
It needs
Everyone?
to be interrupted.
Roll out.
Yeah, I got it.
Look upon the blade and tremble.
Alright, everyone, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 steps to the left so that we can get that flame shooter down.
Right.
I'm sorry, I mean the right. Nope, never mind, no we're not. Stay where you are.
Alright.
Stone.
Roll out.
Now, we're gonna move slightly to the right.
Oh,
Now we're
Killer
gonna be
stone.
overwhelmed.
Focus gargoyle now.
Hit gargoyle now.
Stay in the stack though.
You haven't had a shield zero, so hold on, demon. I'm stoned.
Look at the gargoyle.
Everyone stay stacked, stay stacked.
Thousand cuts like whispers in the wind.
I'm down, I'm stoned. Alright. Everyone scooch forward as far as you can. Everybody's jumping.
Jumping.
Good deal.
oh, he got me. I'm good.
God advances.
I
Right.
need to focus.
Do not touch the boss. Everyone, focus everything in the back here. Back on call.
Alright.
Horn.
By 100
Get him
cuts.
down. Do not hit the boss, everyone. Those flame chambers. That was much better. But we're at that point where we're going to start getting overwhelmed, and we already are, so I think we should wipe it out and start over.
Yeah, we gotta focus those ads when they come out. I know Stan can't do much because I can only get the gargoyle and shit so close to the group. Like any and all mag.
Under the weight of 1,000
Can you,
techniques.
on
there,
that one wheel? Sorry, Lisa, I had an idea if you don't mind.
No, you're fine.
On that first ad pull, it looks like a gargoyle comes out and 2 flame shapers. Can you take the gargoyle and stack it on the flame shaper that's to the right of the group?
Okay.
So we can burn those kind of together, and then you can taunt that other one and try to bring him in towards the boss.
Alright,
I'll try to keep the far one interrupted while everybody else is killing the first one.
just know that the group needs to roll left just in case I get stoned, because I'm gonna want to break immediately.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we can do that. If you get stoned, all we gotta do is take maybe 2 steps away from you, and you should be able to break out, because it's up off the steps, so, you know, a decent amount, so.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So, here's the deal. So unless if you're ranged, when there's flame shapers out and we can't actually like see them, the whole group, no matter ranged or not, we all need to move together to like the left or the right so we can try to get those flame shapers down.
Oh,
Don't
no.
leave the line.
I was gonna say if I'm moving around more, because like before I was just trying to hold him near the boss, but if I'm
Okay.
moving around more, I can do some ranging and get them all stacked up closer together.
Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, good. All right.
Before we start, I'm sorry, I just got a few more pulls. I didn't know it was going to take that long. Again, it's super late in here since I'm not in the US.
Oh no, yeah. Our runs are usually about 2 hours, so.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We'll do a couple more pulls. Whenever you need to leave, just let us know.
Thank you.
All right, go on ahead.
We're pulling in 3, 2, 1.
The Shahai of a first-rank Konsei Sankakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond the first rank. Death by 100 cuts.
Warden?
Colossus when he gets here. 3, 2, 1.
Demon come into the line.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's hard to see.
You fucker.
Oh, I'm stoned.
It's okay. Both of our healers. Your healers still? Yep. Let it out.
RNG's a bitch.
Oh. Boom.
I got into stack just in time for that shield throw, and he fucking goes and throws at Helios.
I know.
Here's an ass.
Sure. Helios, are you dying?
No. Fine, I'll stop blocking.
At least in our time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
The sun rises.
I was already dead, I was just holding block.
Blood goes to the unsane.
Alright, we're, does anyone need to check their gear, charges, food?
Hang tight, I'm gonna charge everybody.
Oh, well,
Thank you
very much. Alright, so, I think we're doing much better than we did last week, so let's just make sure that, just doing the same exact thing, and, staying in that straight line, and Helios on you.
3, 2, 1, 1.
The Shahai of a first-rank Onsei sank Yakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
Cool.
Nice.
Alright.
Death by 100 cuts.
Awesome.
I blocked.
Roll.
Healer down.
Good. We're in a nice straight line.
Roll.
Alright, everyone get on the platform, or get right in front of the platform.
Send.
Death by 100 cuts.
Oh, wait. She's.
Everyone move forward. Everyone take a step, 2 steps forward. Even you, Demon.
Alright, yeah, I did.
Raspberry breakout.
The healing cloud.
Jumping. Jumping. Roll.
Oh. No, right.
Alright, everyone, come and stack. Come and stack on Demon.
Because I'm.
Flame shapers are out. Oh. Helios
Flame
down.
Shaper. Roll.
Yep. Okay. They broke me out.
Tank.
Okay, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Let's stack.
Getting all.
Jumping.
Alright, what we're doing is we're looking for stone. Alright, the flame shapers are up and they are doing that fire thing. You better interrupt them. Everyone,
Bullhorn?
stack on Snosberry. Get the flame shapers down. Nice. Keep going, keep going. Alright. Get that other flame shaper. Stay right in this line. Doing great. Going down.
Roll.
Okay, roll back. So, back on calls. Get that flame shaper down. Now get the gargoyle down.
Colossus and Gargoyle.
Focus on the gargoyle, do not damage the boss.
Roll.
Down as well.
Did that get you? So everyone's gonna move forward. Everyone move forward towards the boss. Towards the boss. Chins, scoot chin, scoot chin. Go ahead, Salisbury.
I'm stunned.
Okay. Back up on that word.
Roll. Now he's jumping.
Mark. Did he get you?
No.
Okay. Everyone stay in line.
Roll.
Alright. Everyone stop damage on the boss. Turn to
Healer down.
Turn to your right and get the flame shapers down. There's no flame shaper to the back. I have
Oh,
stone.
flame shapers.
Everyone stack on me. There's one in
Get
the
flame
back.
shaper behind us.
Roll.
I'll get up after the roll should you got me.
Stay in a straight line. Very important. Stay in a straight line.
No?
And now we're going to stack on Salisbury. So you see where I am? Come here, stand in a straight line and get these flame shapers down and the destroyers.
The shield house will get ready. He's gonna jump. Or maybe not.
Everyone, yes, these things down, down. We have a flame
I got him. I got the car.
flame shaper. Let's throw the shield down, okay? Let's try to get that destroyer and flame shaper down. Flame shaper first, circle, please.
Jumping.
I should have broke everyone out. Break everyone. Stack on ship. Stack on ship, turn, and let's get these ads out. You guys are kind of in a weird triangle. That flame shaper's been up to
Colossus on it. Kill it.
Roll. God damn it, I'll take that.
I've been down for a while. Wheel's down, so get wheel first.
Tank stone. Breaking out.
Yep.
Jumping.
Oh, you said you're down. I moved in to pick you up.
Round pound.
Everyone, we're gonna stack high corner, right like that. Do not move out of that. Like go back right back to where you were, in between a marble.
Jumping.
Okay. And then
3, 2.
Like whispers in the wind.
No flame shaper.
I know. Alright, there's
no,
a
shut up. That was my bad. I didn't realize I got it.
Alright, let's wipe it out. We're behind. Yeah, we're really, really behind.
This battle was over before the sword left its sheath.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Good luck to you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot for the invite.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see if I can get us somebody
The
else.
Shahai of a first-rank Onse
He's
Saint
pulled.
Yakuda.
Oh, he's
This
pulled.
warrior
Shit.
Shahai is beyond
Just
Someone,
run away. Everyone run towards the door.
Someone's crammed here.
Well, no, it was weird. She
That's
was
what-
still in the blue circle.
Oh, okay, I saw the plane for running up there.
Nosberry's got this, y'all.
Run,
She gonna kill him.
run.
She gonna kill
Got
him.
stoned? Okay, reset.
Alright, I'm gonna stay back here for a second. I'm gonna try to get that filled because we have 30 minutes and I really want us to get a couple of good pulls. We did get him down to 55, which was great, but we are getting overwhelmed with ads. I don't feel like that was happening last week. I don't know why it's happening this week.
Well, last week I was pulling him more on top of the boss, so even though it was kind of screwing Helios over a bit, they were dying in cleave.
Bring the flame shapers in, they're okay. It's the gargoyles that are just giving me a nightmare more than anything
Right.
else.
Yeah, I'll see if I can dance
Yeah,
around
it's
and
hard
set that
to-
up for you.
To do one and not the other, I think.
Well,
If you guys
especially
think
when
they're
the,
dying faster, we can bring them in.
Well, it's just the
I
ground pound. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, the ground pound's the real killer. But also the destroyers, because they'll knock over people that aren't blocking, so I gotta have those pointed away from group, if at all possible.
I am out of spell power pots.
Alright, now's a good time if you need to
Grab a drink.
grab a drink, take a minute. Let's kind of talk about and reflect what we've gone through tonight. I think Bing is going to join us.
We do still have too much movement. We shouldn't
do.
be getting stoned out of group that much.
No, the problem is that once things start getting crazy, listen, we're essentially planting our feet. Like, we don't need to be running here, there, and the only people that are running out are the people designated to get reses.
And even those should be done from group if possible.
Yep.
I mean, interrupts. If I got to interrupt the far one, I step out and come right back as quick as possible.
I mean, literally,
You
the
know?
only person that should be running around is me.
Yep, we all
Yeah,
need to plant
that
our
is
feet
true.
and stay still. When we have two people stacked and they are in a line, we need to stack on those people. We don't, like, there was one point where I think we were all in a triangle. I'm gonna go through my POV and make sure that, and take screen captures so that I can put them out there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it just, we've got to work on staying together. Like, that's the big thing. Staying together, staying stacked, not getting out of group, not getting crazy, not, kind of letting it. Because we're getting a lot of, we're getting a lot of stoned people. The good thing is that Helios and Weeeaal aren't getting stoned as much. But we gotta stand still. If
Well,
we,
now that you've said that, we're the ones that are going to
I
get
know.
stoned.
I know. I just thought about that. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. So, like, if I'm like, hey, there's like a flame shaper behind us, stop damaging the boss, turn around and stack, don't go anywhere. Like, just turn your body around, turn your camera around, and get that thing down, and then turn your camera back around and focus back on the boss. But we really need to stay in that straight line. That's going to also prevent anyone from getting stacked in a weird spot.
And the shield throw comes after the stone. I mean, he does the stone mechanic, turns and looks at the group, and then the shield throw comes after that. Whether he turns back to the group or at me is, dependent, but, So once someone's stoned, usually the shield throw's coming soon after. Just a
I
matter
think
of-
a lot of
Patient
my
for working.
deaths are when I have limited visibility in between the second set.
Yes. That's hard. I would suggest, I know this sounds a little crazy. I would suggest like tilting your camera up so where it's like almost over your head.
Yeah, I've tried that a little
That's
bit.
gonna be that's gonna be the better way for you because there is limited visibility there. There's really no other way that you can do it unless you stand behind one of the gargoyles, which is that you could do
Yeah,
that, but
it's not ideal.
no. Does anyone have any? I mean, Fighter Mama, do you have any ideas? I would say kind of aiming the camera like over, like to where like the arrows are like hovering over your head is probably the better way of doing it. Or
Yeah, I
standing
always
up.
try to center mine over my head because that'll follow where my character's looking, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Same.
but, I mean, and I always try to have a little, like, downward look on things, you know? I kind of like to be looking down a little bit, which is tricky as a crow because you got to target, you know, what you're...
That's,
On my
yeah.
Templar, I can just jab, you know, in a general direction
Yeah.
and hit what I want, you know? So I'm kind of, you know, using my right stick up and down as I need to so I can see things. Like when I know the shield throw's coming, I usually, you know, tilt the stick down so I can see the AoE better. So I'm kind of more over top of it.
Okay.
Because you'll watch it. He turns and looks at us before he throws it. I know Helios is calling it, but I mean, as healers in DPS, we should also know what the tail is. He literally turns around, looks at us for a few seconds, and then throws it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he looks at us before that AoE even shows up on the ground. So
Yeah, I think it really is just the shield throw I'm getting caught in is the one between the two gargoyles.
And it's literally the same movement for when he stones. He turns and looks at y'all. I think he does it with his hands.
yeah, I think he does it
turned.
and he like sticks his hand out and shoots someone with the rocks and it stones them. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically the same almost mechanic. It's just a matter of whether he sticks his hand out or he's going to throw the shield. If someone was just stoned, the shield's next.
Yep. It can be hard to watch out for all of those things when you're when you're trying to kill it and you're
ready.
not really and things are yeah, I got him. And it can be tough to watch everything, but it's kind of like if you do it enough, you start to notice certain things. Like at this point, there are certain fights in certain trials that it's like you just know when they're gonna do something before they even do it because there's a tell for it. It's like you know the way the dragon lifts his head, and you know VSS lets you know there's an ice prison getting ready to come up, or you know Zamaja with her hand thing, she's summoning a portal. You know, it's just those kinds of things, and the more you do it, the more aware you become. So it is a little bit difficult to.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning thing, you know, but
Yep.
the more
And that's why
familiar
we're
we...
here.
Yeah, the more we do it, and as a DPS, the more familiar you are with your rotation, the less you gotta look down at your bar, and you can be looking at the boss and see these things coming, and your survivability just skyrockets when you can get those few extra seconds to respond.
Yep. Yep. Right. So, I mean, in all actuality, like in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to call shield throw or anything like that. We wouldn't have to call it a roll because we'd all be seeing that and doing it. But, you know, it's easy to look at 100 other things instead of looking at what he's doing. So, eventually we'll get to the point where you don't have to call. Like, Fighter Mama stopped telling us to block with the, with Loki and his ice breath thing.
I mean, after a while, that's what I do in the prog runs. I stop calling certain things because we've done it a million times, you know, and it should be something that everybody just gets used to. I mean, the shield throw is one of them. So
So we'll give oh, shield throw and jump. So here's another thing I'm noticing. When he is jumping, I'm noticing a lot of you are moving. You don't need to move when he jumps. You just need to block.
Yeah, that might be why we're getting stoned out of group as well.
Yeah.
If people are moving and you get stoned on your way back in or out, that's gonna throw it all off.
I know it seems like the logical thing is to like, oh, he's jumping on us, let's move away. But like, embrace the jump. Just walk through it. So when the jump happens, block it. Don't move out of group. But I do think that could be part of that. Weeeaal, are you back?
Yes.
Alright. Bing, you ready?
Where's Bing in here?
I'm here.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Anything I need to know for our...
Yeah, if you go down to the learning tier,
Don't synergize.
channel, yeah, don't synergize.
Ever. Literally.
Like, never ever. Don't hit any synergies. If you go into the vHRChm hard mode strats and you scroll up, it'll show you the gargoyle order. So we're going to be breaking this set first, and then we're going to be running over here and breaking this set, and then we'll have him break this set right here.
Oh, you pulled him.
Was it me? No, it was the clan fear.
Well, you got close enough to clan fear one out.
Shit. Alright, just make sure you're staying in the straight line with us.
I was trying to position him. I wasn't blocking it. He wasn't right.
Everyone run. Weeeaal, if you got him, go, go, go. Right, Helios.
I got him. I'm up. I got him back.
Down. Right up here.
Everyone get back into grouping.
Off tank stone, brother.
Alright, move to the next set.
Let me get away from Weeeaal.
Once Weeeaal moves, you can move out. Not yet. Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna have a cloth.
Where there's a rain of
Be
swords.
clear.
Oh my
Finish the one.
Just.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Off tank
No,
stone
he
again.
missed both. He missed both.
Oh, I'm down.
Wipe it out.
Yep, that was a bad start.
I got stoned 3 times in a row.
Oh my god.
I mean, normally
See,
you'd
it's
like
because
that.
I said something.
Yeah, I
I
don't
told you. Yeah, say I told you.
Hey, wipe it out, wipe it out. Demon's like, I'm not dying again. I'm resetting this shit.
Yep. I'm not gonna let my armor get destroyed.
Okay, so being basically the big thing with this is that we have to stay together as a group. We have to move as a group and do everything together as a group in a straight line. Because we want those shield throws to break people who are stoned out. But the big thing is if you get that and it says destructive outbreak, don't synergize, don't kill everyone around you. It's really important that we stay in a straight line no matter where we go, and that we stack on the people that are stoned so that we get the shield throw in our direction. You can definitely, like, if you need a minute to like read over that, that's fine. The second picture on that is of execute. Below that is the stone mechanic and how they get unstoned, and then if we have to have them break out.
And he's position 2 and execute. He took
Yes.
Weird's place.
Yep. You are position 2 and execute. You're going to be in between Dixie and Fighter Mama. Around the platform. Alright, on you, Helios.
Alright, cool, and 3.
The first rank Onsei sank Yakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
Damn it.
Sorry, I can feel the
I'll
process.
hit demon up. Go on it.
I got it. Go ahead, go.
Fighter Mama, stay where you are. Don't move this way yet. Actually, demon and fighter, come on in. We'll come closer a little bit. Go ahead, Paul.
Shield throw?
Roll out. Being that's the other thing, you want to roll out of those shield throws.
Alright, I roll out. I can't say shield throw.
You can block.
Thousand cuts, like whispers in the wind.
Plus.
You mean the throw?
Roll out.
Oh, those beams, there's nothing you can really do. We just like make sure you block and then the AoE will kind of bust you away. Everyone stand straight line. Alright, everyone, immediately get in stack. We want to be as close as we can.
Throwing.
Roll
You should
out.
be, yeah, get into stack first and then pick up.
Now, no damage on the warrior. Turn and get these maniacs down. Everywhere. I'm stones.
Where there's a rain
You
of
should be
swords.
good. Everybody that's lined up good.
Roll out.
Perfect. Alright, let's stay stacked. Stay in a straight line towards the warrior, but don't do damage on it. Turn
Get
your
the one on
body.
the right.
Everyone take 3 steps forward.
Plus is on the left.
3 steps forward. Demon. Alright, go ahead, Sims. Back on me. There's a
Jumping.
Cloud pots.
Jumping.
block. Perfect. Alright. He got to knock at me out.
Roll.
Oh!
Thousand
Oh,
cuts,
it's up
like
at the same
whispers
time.
in the wind.
Shoot. Okay, I moved out of group to do the same thing and I got.
Everybody get on there.
Everyone stack on me. I'm to the left. Straight line. Let's remember straight line.
Roll out.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, they
Yes,
need to
we
go
do.
down.
Yes, we do. We need to get the flame shapers and the gargoyles now. Everyone stack.
Killer stoned.
Don't damage the boss. Focus the flame shaper. Right behind the boss.
Roll out.
Perfect.
Look upon the blade and tremble.
Right. We don't have to stand catty corner like that anymore. Let's try to get in a straight line behind the warrior. A marvelous.
Roll out. Roll out.
I'm out.
Okay, too much movement. Too much movement.
I'm going again. In group.
Everyone stay in a straight line. Get your reses. Try to get them from the line. No damage on the boss. Against the flame shapers.
Roll out.
Sword advancing. Thousand cuts, like whispers in the wind.
Straight line. Come on. Let's get those abs down.
Going to group.
Roll out.
Alright. In a straight line. Focus the flame shapers. One line. Stay in a straight line. Stay in a straight line. Perfect. Flame shaper is down. jump.
Just down at the top.
And stay in this line. We're doing great.
Gargoyle.
Alright. Back away from the gargoyles. I got it. Back.
Oh, you got it.
Everyone stay in the straight line.
Warhorn?
Gargoyle.
The master draws his sword.
Nope.
Where there's a rain of swords. The sun rises. The blade shines. Blood goes to the unsaved.
Alright, we're a little behind anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're really good.
That was a good one, though. That's one of the best one I've ever had.
Yeah,
I was like, what happened?
I have the evidence.
Oh, I got it recorded too. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry.
Oh no, I took the screenshot.
Yeah, I will. I'll post it. It's okay.
Hey, listen, you guys, that was really good. We still need to work on staying together in the straight line as much as possible. We've got to work on that. I'm sorry, I just thought that was really funny. Spider Mama used to get mad at us when we did this before. She'd be like, stop, don't get energies in.
I'm used to hitting my own synergy right now. That's the
know.
problem. I hit it at a certain spot in my rotation, and I just hit it. I don't know.
Let's do one more really good pull, and then I want to talk just a little bit about what we can kind of do to improve, or little things we can. If you guys wanted to try to do something to, maybe improve exercise. I'm just kidding. But like, let's go ahead and do another really good pull, and then we'll go ahead and call it. Yeah. Does anyone have anything to say? Any questions? Any suggestions? Anything before we start this last pull?
Get your synergies out now.
Everybody good? Let's do it. Go on, healers.
High of a first-rank Onsei Sanyakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond first rank.
Oh, I'm stoned.
Everyone.
Oh,
Nope,
I broke out and then you got me.
I'll get Helios.
I made the mistake of breaking out during swipes.
Shifts grab Helios. Let's do it. Hold on, Pulse. Go ahead, Pulse. Ooh, that's not a line.
Roll out. Something like that.
No shit.
Look upon the blade.
Well, this wasn't a really good pull.
No,
so
it wasn't.
I
We're
assume
gonna
we
do-
want another one.
Yeah. We're not gonna leave it like
This battle was over before the sword left its sheath.
No, he stoned me, didn't he? I saw him stone the group, and then he stoned me. Right off the bat, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't close enough. Okay.
Helios and Weeeaal. How are those helms working? The switch of helms. Do you feel like that's helping?
I guess so. I mean, I usually do Stonekeeper, so on the final boss I added Sentinel because of what you put, so it's usually just as effective as Stonekeeper for me, so...
For me,
I
it
don't know,
doesn't
maybe-
matter until I start running around.
Right, okay. Alright. Go on ahead.
Alright,
Go.
1, 2, 1.
High of a first-rank Onsei Sanyakuda. This warrior Shahai is beyond the first rank.
Roll out.
Oh, you got him.
Let me get Demon. both of you?
Yes.
Everyone straight line, straight line, straight line.
Shield throw.
Wall
Turn around.
pushes back.
Oh look, it's all the necros.
Weathers a rain of swords.
Where did I not get you?
You did.
I'm stone in the front.
Should be aiming at these destroyers in the way.
Roll out.
Wendell burn boss. Destroyers out. Alright, let's back up.
Oh, stink. Stone, back up. Back up, back up.
All the steps
Alright, you're
back.
too close.
So I said, if they die, they die.
It sounds like you're saying tank is down. Not
Yeah, but
stoned.
you're dead.
So I'm not,
Yeah, you
I'm not
used-
quite understanding. I apologize.
I apologize. No, I'll try to be more clear.
Alright, everyone come into the straight line.
Process. 3, 2, 1.
Step down.
Can I have
Okay, good.
Healing cloud.
It's jumping.
Off tank stunned.
Alright, go Will.
Good.
a roll?
Healer down.
Okay, we should be doing flame shipper on the right. So have you interrupted that one, did you?
Alright.
You have a healer down?
Roll out.
Shield.
Oh, I rolled the wrong way. Alright, let's try to get these
Tank
res.
stoned.
I'm stoned and died.
Breaking free.
Wow,
Look upon the blade and tremble.
I don't have time.
I don't know what happened. He took off on me.
Stoned and
Hit
dead.
it.
Sort of.
Roll out.
God. Back in the group here.
we're a little behind. Stuff.
Flame shipper.
Everyone's
Smalls. Roll out. Tank stone. Looks clear. Thrown out.
Thousand cups like whispers in the wind.
either, like call it,
Help. Yeah, we got more ads out. So we're getting quick tippy.
oh wow.
I think it's a wipe. Yeah.
Okay, so we did really great last week. So there were some differences. This week was a little tricky, but I think that
Claim the event.
yeah.
I was gonna say I've got lag that I did not have last week.
Okay, yeah. So